Leo, a penny for your thoughts after 10-15 minutes or so when Leinster are 16-0 down in the sports ground, please.
Yeah, it just looked a little bit chaotic from us at the start of the game. You know, guys a little bit over-eager, I think, to make a mark on the game, which leads to probably a little bit of lack of discipline, I think, overall. So, in fairness to Connacht, they're good enough to try and pick us apart. You know, the try obviously comes from, you know, like a hand comes in and we lose our captain's challenge as well, so as well as conceding a try under the post. So pretty much, yeah, it's the worst possible start. So, but yeah, the credit to the players. I thought they had really good composure, fight their way back into the game. Thought the forwards get us a good bit of go forward, particularly in the line of drive. So, good bit of work went into that this week, just with a couple of days that we had. So, nice to see some rewards off the back of that. And guys generally took the opportunities when they came along. So, much better. You know, whatever it was after being 16-0 down, it's, you know, we scored whatever, it's 4 or 5 tries in the first half. So, yeah, lots of pleasing things in it. Reasonably challenging week. So, it's good to get back with a win, a bonus point win as well, away from home. So, we just need to just try and turn it around now again. We have a short turnaround into Ulster this week, so get ourselves ready, try and prep as well as we possibly can, and go again.
You mentioned the difficult week, obviously coming off the back of the La Rochelle result last Sunday. Going behind so early in the game, somewhat easier to fold and not to find that reaction, but there was certainly plenty of fight, and they matched that physicality that Connacht were bringing in those early stages.
Yeah, no, we knew from the game earlier in the season, you know, Connacht will come out at us really physically, and they got off to a flyer that day as well. So it wasn't a surprise, I think, to the lads. You know, we probably could have coped a little bit better with some of the things that they threw at us, but again, you know, we've still plenty to work on. But yeah, as you say, like it's quite a challenging week on lots of different fronts. You know, fair bit of disappointment when you lose in Europe. It means so much to the club. Means so much to all the lads. You know, so to go out in the semi-finals the way we did, you know, we'd love to have the time back, but unfortunately don't get that. You know, it's such an amazing competition, Europe, the Champions Cup, and yeah, we're just a little bit off on the day for whatever reason. So great learning for a lot of players, you know, particularly a lot of younger guys that wouldn't have gone through that in the past. And we just need to work our way back to those big days, and a huge amount of work goes into getting to those days. So it's important that we don't forget that. So it's over for this season. All we can do is focus on the competition that we have now. You know, so as I said, we have a game next Friday. We're back in the RDS. Feels like we're getting closer to having fans back in the RDS, which is the day that we're very excited about, whenever that will be. So yeah, we very much miss, you know, the supporters, even seeing some extra Connacht, the extra players that obviously weren't involved. That's a recent thing addition, so it's definitely baby steps, but we'll take it at the moment, and you know, hopefully it won't be before too long that we'll have some supporters back at the RDS. And as I said, like, everyone involved in the team is very, very excited for that day.
Finally, Leo, you mentioned the challenging week, but there was also positives, and obviously on Thursday 4 Leinster players being selected for that initial British and Irish Lions tour. You must be hugely proud of those 4 players in particular.
That's amazing for the guys, yeah. You know, Tig had a big part to play in the last tour, so it's great to see him picked again. Robbie was selected. Robbie Henshaw was selected for the last tour. You know, was unlucky with an injury when he obviously has to leave the tour. You know, so he gets a chance to go again, which is fantastic. And you know, with Andrew Porter and Jack Cohen, was great for them, and you know, all the people that I think help all the lads along the way. So they've come through very, very different routes, I think, to get through to play with Leinster, and obviously on to Ireland as well. So all 4 fantastic stories, really. So we wish the lads well. You know, commiserations to the number of guys that didn't make the initial squad, but I think it's important that those guys are you know, continue to play well, and try and play as well as they possibly can to keep themselves in the mix, because as we know, there's a hell of a lot of rugby to be played between now and when the test series starts. So yeah, I think everyone just needs to make sure they're in the best possible shape now.